Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee donations and services website, my official Instagram and official TikTok are all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Cancer, I hope that you are doing well, and Spirit just said, and surviving the holidays. Okay. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The What We've Forgotten Oracle deck for the overall energy, and the Tarot of the Great Outdoors. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm going to get one more. One more for Cancer, please. Okay, these are beautiful cards, Cancer. I'm all about it, because I am also a Cancer. The first card you got, though, number 5. Number 5. If you've watched any of my readings, you know how I feel about 5s. 5s are the numbers of transition, right? Can be a number of struggles sometimes, but we all go through it. We have to go through the 5s to get to the 6s, which are all about victory and triumph over things. But the card says magic. Magic. This beautiful portal energy, both in the circular kind of mandala type thing at the top, but also the doorway, the light shining through. Spirit is giving me a very particular episode of Doctor Who. There was an episode of Doctor Who. I don't know if you are familiar with that show. A lot of people are, but some people aren't. It's a science fiction show about this dude, the Doctor, who's like a gazillion years old, and he's like a god, basically. He's like a Time Lord. And there's an episode where he's trapped inside this little dial, but there's a whole world in there. It's like a whole kind of matrixy type world that you could fit in the palm of your hand, but he's trapped in this world for like a million years or something. He lives out this sort of nightmare Groundhog Day over and over and over again. But he doesn't give up hope. He knows he's trapped, and eventually his resilience allows him to overcome, and he has to break through this kind of diamond wall, and on the other side of that wall is this beautiful light. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, but what is waiting for you on the other side of this metaphorical tunnel is this tremendous unlocking of your own personal magic. Like really profound abilities. The next card you got is number 48, which reduces to a 12, the Hanged Man, Virgo energy of the Major Arcana, needing a change of perspective. The word is imagination. Right? It's almost like we go through this doorway into this beautiful laboratory office of some kind. It's like Dumbledore's office, right? There are these potions and books and spells and ancient knowledge. Something about the Akashic Records. You could have been looking into your past lives. See how that light is the same? It's the same light. The light is so similar. It's like your magic is only limited by how far you're willing to take your imagination. That hanged man energy is you, Spirit asking you, step outside the confines of your own identity. Expand consciousness. Expand the definition of who you think you are. This is the moment. This is the time. They're playing that that Billy Joel song. Your name could be Jill. They're playing the Billy Joel song. And it's just singing over and over, this is the time to remember. I don't know the rest of the words. I can kind of hear the melody, but they're just keep saying, this is the time to remember. This is the time to remember. The number 5 corresponds to the Hierophant card, the major arcana. The Hierophant, they often talk of as the Pope of the Tarot, somebody who provides spiritual guidance, religious guidance, who acts as a conduit, a go-between, between you and spirit, you and the divine. So you could be asking around, like asking a lot of questions, looking to religious figures, looking to gurus, looking to leaders. Because for you, Cancer, this might be, to whomever that I'm speaking to, this could be new concept, or maybe it's not a new concept of your own personal magic, but okay, you have these abilities. What do I do with them? How am I supposed to use them? So I'm going to get an overall energy. I'm not going to do past, present, and future for this general reading. I'm just going to get 3 cards for a base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, and we're just going to get a reading out of it. Let's see what we see. This is for Cancer. Okay. 6 cards out on the table. The first one is the 10 of Vessels, or the 10 of Cups. That's happiness. That's beautiful Cancer energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But the 10 of Cups talks about blissfulness. It talks about ease. See how easy breezy. There's I haven't been to this hotel, but there's a hotel in Orlando, Florida, and they have what's called a lazy river, and you just kind of get on these little floaties and you just lazy river your way around the hotel or something. I'm not sure, I've never been there, but there's such ease and playfulness and joy. That's what this card is all about. Nothing is tumultuous. There are no big waves. There's no crazy crocodiles to threaten our happiness. It's just happiness, blissfulness, right? And it is clarified by the 4 of Blades, the 4 of Swords in the reverse. For the Swords suit is air element, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's all about the thinking mind. You know, how are we? You can see here these people are having a conversation, right? They've put their blades in the snow. They're not actually on them at the moment, so they have no need to concentrate. The 4 of Swords, the 4 of Blades is all about rest. But you got this card in reverse. It's almost like there's no need to sit idly by and kind of wait for the happiness. The happiness is here. And you don't have to question it. And a lot of the times the air signs, the air element, there's always a lot of speculation and questioning and diving deep and strategizing and getting down to the bottom of things, and that's all fine and good. But in this particular instance, Spirit is kind of showing you You don't have to wonder when the happiness is coming. If you always think that it's out there, outside of you, then it will always be outside of you. So the key is to bring it in towards you. The happiness is here. The happiness is me, is within me. I dictate the happiness. Oh, I kind of did something here. Hold on one second. I was pouring wax into this other candle, and then the candle went out. Right? Kind of like I overthought the situation. And I was like, oh, that candle seems to be going a little bit lower. Let me take out some of the wax. And then I overthought the situation. And now I find myself in a quandary because I never do readings without lighting a second candle. I'm gonna put that there. It did light again, but just barely. See, I did it to myself, Cancer. I overthought it was fine. I didn't need to touch it. I didn't need to overthink it. And I especially didn't need to do it during your reading, and yet I did. And the whole candle went out. Because I just didn't let it be, right? If it was gonna go out, it was gonna go out, that's fine. But I couldn't let it be. So there's something to that. There's something to that. Let me get a clarifier. King of Stones, the World in reverse. King of Stones is King of Pentacles. It's beautiful, isn't it? We climbed the mountain. Now we have the best view because we've put in the work. We've made the sacrifices, a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears. And we have all of that to show for it, right? We have all of that experience under our belt. Now we can just revel. We can revel in the view, in the majesty of things. World card in reverse, number 21 of the Major Arcana, represents chapters closing, new chapters beginning. Here's that rainbow energy again. Is it kind of like this? It's like this is like maybe in the distance. The World card talks about us kind of tying up loose ends, but you got it in reverse. So it kind of tells me that there's still some, obviously, right? There's still some things we need to work on that require our attention because we want to make room for the new. We want to make room for new experiences, new people, new things. We're not getting rid of old things, but we are allowing things that naturally have an end date to end. But it requires your attention. There's something that requires your attention. Interesting. The Lovers is the next card out in the reverse. Major Arcana number 6. Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini. This depiction is Niagara State Park. Niagara Falls State Park. Niagara Falls. It's not one, I don't think it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, but it's pretty spectacular if you've ever seen it, whether from the Canadian side or the American side, although the Canadian side is arguably a little bit more interesting, right? That is up for debate, I'm sure. But you got this card in the reverse, the Lovers in reverse. So this kind of loose thread might have to do with a significant other. Lovers can also talk about a choice point. There's a disconnect. I feel a disconnect between this and your heart space, this and what speaks to your heart. It has to do with this World card in reverse. There's still a thread. There's still something lingering. It's clarified by the Four of Stones, or the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can be a little bit of stingy energy, miserly energy, kind of trying to keep things to ourselves. You wouldn't really see it from this card. They're just two people bird watching. You can see the bird in the tree there. But it's almost as if, you know, this one person has the binoculars and the other person is saying, look, look, can I see? Can I see too? Can I see it before it flies away? Can I see? You did get this card in reverse though. So it's kind of, both these cards in reverse. So it's kind of like showing me that whoever, whatever this situation is, you're trying to be open and honest about it. Your willingness to share, your willingness to discuss is there. It's present. Can I get a clarifier? Three cards came out to clarify. The Seven of Blades, or the Seven of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Temperance card in the reverse. So let's look at them one at a time. Seven of Blades, Seven of Swords. You can see these mountain goats. Have you ever watched a mountain goat actually climb a mountain? It defies all logic. It literally defies all logic. How do they, like, I've seen mountain goats climb the sides of mountains at almost like probably a 90-degree angle with barely like this much width to put their little hoofs on, and yet they can do it and they don't fall. How do they do that? Defies logic. So there's something to it. Something about this situation defies logic. You could be asking yourself, how am I still dealing with this? Against the odds, Spirit just said. Okay, they just gave me the Phil Collins song, Against All Odds. Do you know that song? If you don't know that song, listen to that song. It's incredible. How can I just let you walk away, just let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath for you, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can I just let you walk away when all I can do is watch you leave? Because we've shared the laughter and the tears. Because we shared the laughter and the pain and even shed the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. Okay. That's a very sad circumstance that I feel here for you, Cancer. So this could be a past lover, an ex of some kind. It could be a sibling, somebody in spirit. I don't know. It's something like that, because that came through very clear. Because it's like, take a look at me now. There's just an empty space. There's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face. It's a good song. It's a really good song. It's probably one of his best. So, against all odds, there's something here. Could be grief, could be confusion, but it's stymieing you. It's keeping you a little stuck, because here we see the Judgment card. Very different energy from that lazy river in the beginning, right? This blissfulness, and now to this Judgment energy, right? It's not to say that you aren't on this lazy river and just enjoying your life, but there's something kind of in the background programming of your mind that is rather tumultuous. I think with the Judgment card, which talks about a judgment call, answering the call of spirit, there could be this, it's almost like, it's this barricade. I see like a checkpoint. And they just said Checkpoint Charlie, and I'm not entirely sure of the historical context of Checkpoint Charlie. I think it's more that somebody's name might be Charlie. I'm not 100% sure about the historical context, so please just use it in the context that I'm giving you right now. I think somebody's name is Charlie. There's something here with the Judgment card where it's kind of like you trying to find your true purpose and path has not been easy for you. It hasn't been this straight, narrow path. Everything is clear. I know what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to do it. No. It's been difficult. It's been like difficult to make your way to this door. Like you've waited a long time for this magic. And the Temperance card, number 14, the Major Arcana, Sagittarius energy, right? You can see here, and I'm just talking about like the path to this door. A little treacherous, even though, you know, we've got the, it says Zion National Park. We've got the steps carved out. We've got the little chain rope here that we can maybe hold on to, still very tenuous. We're taking very careful steps here. But with the Temperance card in reverse, there could be a little pause. It's like this tiptoeing. I feel like Cancer is kind of like almost army crawling. My poor cat, Bex. He had to go to the vet this week because there's something wrong with his back legs. And Spirit just showed me an image of him doing this like weird little army crawl with his back legs. But it's to describe the kind of hesitancy and tentativeness on your part, Cancer. Why? I mean, it's understandable. I mean, you're not really trying to experience this again. Unless you're one of those people that likes to do stuff like that for fun. I am not one of those people. I don't know many Cancers that are. And then we end here with the 9 of Blades, or the 9 of Swords, and the Knight of Blades, or the Knight of Swords. So the 9 of Blades, the Knight of Swords, 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords talks about, can talk about nightmare energy. It can talk about like this drudgery, worry. You can see here in this card, they're having to trek through. I mean, who knows what's on the back of this thing, but it's kind of like finding safe haven. Finding safe haven, and where is it? It seems so far away. Spirit's playing the Beatles song, The Long and Winding Road. The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. Also an amazing song by the Beatles, The Long and Winding Road. You got this card in reverse though, with the Knight of Blades in the upright. So you can see here he has some explosive activity there. It's almost like you might not be able to see the road right now, but you're going to carve your own path, come hell or high water. We're going to make it happen. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of songs. Now I hear Mariah Carey's Make It Happen. It just, 3 short years ago, I was abandoned and alone without a penny to my name, so very young and so afraid. No proper shoes upon my feet. Sometimes I couldn't even eat. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep, but still I had to keep on going, never knowing if I could make it, if I could take it, if I could make it through the night. I held on to my faith, I struggled and I prayed, and now I found my way. Right? Mariah Carey, her lyrics are amazing, especially her early albums. Forget it. You couldn't touch it. Amazing. Anyway, Spirit came in while I was saying all that too. The struggle was there. I'm telling you the story. But still I had to keep on going. Thank you, Spirit. I'm feeling it. If you believe in yourself enough to know what you want, you're going to make it happen. So even if there's a drudgery there, you're going to blaze that trail. Nothing's going to get in your way. And once you come to that revelation, it's like the whole thing is opened up to you. It's like you've unlocked this secret chamber, and housed within are all of the magical elements to your life that come to the surface. Very exciting. Not without struggle. I mean, also what this feels like is you taking an inventory. So a lot of this struggle, I feel like, because I didn't do past, present, future, it's just a general reading. I feel like some of the struggle already happened. It's not like you're going to go through more. I mean, we all go through struggle. But like, I feel as though you're looking at the phases of your life, the chapters of your life, where you were defined. There's certain, because you're not the same person you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? But there's still some lingering things that you need to put to rest. That's for sure. I'm going to get one card of clarifier from Spirit. Excuse me, one card of advice from Spirit. 2 of Cups, 2 of Vessels. Teamwork, divine partnership. 2 equals coming together. This could talk about a new relationship, new friendship. But to me, it always talks about the relationship between you and your higher aspect, you and your soul. Kind of riding in this kayak together, making things happen, moving in the same direction, alignment. Spirit just said, come into alignment with your higher self. How do we do that? First, it starts with quieting the mind, for sure. Just quiet the mind. Really allow yourself to feel everything that comes about. Like everything that comes up, allow it to come up. Don't suppress it. You're by yourself, presumably. So if you have to cry, cry. If you have to get angry, get angry. You're by yourself. So it's between you and Spirit, right? The more you come to grips with that, the closer you be to your authentic self, to your soul space. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. So that's your reading, Cancer. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Cancer.